So we've got Brandon and his lovely wife, Melissa, coming up to join us for their case study to let you know how their journey has been since, 2018 when you joined?
All right. You ready for the rap battle?
Let's do it.
There you go, Biggie.
Did you say
and
rap?
Tupac.
Did you say a rap battle?
A rap battle, yeah.
I don't think I came prepared for a rap.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll let you guys take it away. Those are the screens over there if you want to see what's coming up next.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So tell us a little about your background first.
Okay.
What you did.
So we've been in real estate for a while. I think we started in '06, way back when we lived in California, and we lost 3 houses there. Wanted to find a better market, so we came out to Texas because it was the best market we could find. So with that, we invested a little bit with my parents, bought some single-family homes, and then we had some really good friends in Lifestyles, Chris Wyatt, who she mentioned, and Lori actually was the one who interviewed us initially. However, Chris became a mentor later on, and he helped us to streamline our investing. We saw how well they were doing the Lifestyles method and how fast they were growing, and so we wanted to figure out, hey, we're learning, getting some bumps and bruises, but we really want to learn what they're doing. And I was a little reluctant, but Melissa had talked to his wife a little bit about it and said we really should check out Lifestyles. So we came, and I was impressed. You know, I was running numbers, and things looked really great. It looked very efficient. We went to the 2-day with Dave, and after that, we were like, okay, let's do it.
It was a no-brainer.
Easy decision.
Yep. Okay, next slide. Let's see what's next. Oh, the cat picture. I mean, we're confused why there's a cat. I'm sure Lori has a story with the cat. I don't know, but anyway.
They were disgruntled that their friends were achieving things that they weren't, and that is a disgruntled face right there.
Got it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
I got applause for that, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have any cats?
They hate
Obviously,
cats.
we don't have any.
Point taken.
I was like, a cat. Yeah, so anyway, we watched Chris and Marty do exactly what we were doing, but way, way quicker. And we were just confused, like, wait a second, you know, because Chris had asked Brandon a lot of questions about how to get started. And then, you know, we decided, man, we need to go check out what they're doing because it's obviously streamlined. It's obviously way more efficient. We were on the slow and steady path, like a house here, a house there. And not that it was a race, but we were just confused, like, hey, how are you guys doing this so fast? And of course, with the Lifestyles teams and the hard money and all of those things we were not familiar with, we knew we needed to find out more information.
So you knew what you wanted. You just got to figure out the right path to do it with
Right.
somebody to guide you.
Yep.
Exactly
Yep.
right.
And so many times when people are accidental real estate investors, they just jump in by themselves. Many times you do go slow and you don't know any difference. And you think you're doing really good. You think your returns are great. You think the amount of money you have invested in the property is ample until you see, wow, I can change my life. That's what it's difference between just being an investor so that you can retire happy in 30 years.
Right.
And changing your lifestyle.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with slow and steady, but we definitely wanted to take it to the next level. So
awesome.
That's why we joined.
Okay.
So we're going to present your latest deal here in the Dallas area. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Okay, so this is a house that we have in the Oak Cliff area. We are here to tell you that everything about real estate is about relationships. I decided to get my real estate license about a year ago, and the first thing you do is you tell every single human being that you know that you're a realtor now. So please send people my way, right? And so that's where this house came, ironically. We called one of our friends, and he said, hey, you know, this has nothing to do with that, but my neighbor's father just passed away, and I think that you guys might be interested in this house. And we called the daughter of the owner who had passed away and stayed in contact with her for 6 months, actually a year now, because the house went through the whole probate process. It was a long process, but it was definitely worth the relationship. And now we're actually like Facebook friends. So do we want to talk about how much we got the house for?
Well, we'll get to the numbers.
Okay. So relationships are everything, guys. Like some of these houses are going to plop in your lap, but you have to be talking to people all the time.
Yeah, get it out there on social media. The more people that know what you do, the more opportunity you have to find deals.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm looking at the kind of houses you buy, and that would be very scary for the majority of people.
Well, you've done several now, so this is a little bit of a fixer-upper.
Just a
Just
tiny
a little.
bit. A tiny bit of a fixer-upper. It was like we needed gas masks to walk through this house. Literally, it was disgusting. It was like the smell of cat pee. Is that what we
There
call
you go.
it?
Yep, yep.
It was way worse than that, actually. That's maybe
So
why I didn't
guys,
like
that is the
cats.
smell of money. I'm sorry to say, cat pee is the smell of money. But however, what Lori teaches her students is best product, best price, and best people. We don't do the work. We hire people to do the work. Who likes that idea? Remember I said you just write a check. That's our goal. So.
Yep. Next slide, maybe.
Okay, here's where we'll talk about the numbers.
Okay, so like I said, with this relationship, kind of stole this house for $60,000, which it's all about relationships. We had agreed on that price early on. There happened to be a flood in the house, and the owner's daughter, she was like, "You probably don't want this," and we're like, "We really, really want it now."
Now let me correct her. She said she stole this house. She really didn't. She paid what it was worth in the condition it was.
Yes.
It was an ugly piece of garbage. Who agrees? Because they had to put $80,000 more than the purchase price into fixing it up.
Right.
So this person, she actually helped them because they didn't have the money to fix it up. What were they going to do with the house? All they're doing is paying taxes, eating money. No one could live in it. It was ugly. So you actually helped that person.
You're right. Thanks.
You got to look
It's
at it as positive.
It's a great.
Everybody agree with that? Everybody understand? They
it-
solve somebody's problem.
It really can be a win-win every
Yep.
time.
Yep.
So you put $80,000 into it, but obviously that's a really good area because you got an after repaired value price of $225,000.
And that's going up every day, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of investors over there that are fixing up houses, so that area is really coming up. So that definitely helps when you see a neighborhood where there's people putting money into it.
Yeah, that
That's a
area
good
is what's
sign.
called gentrifying. Years ago, that was a bad area. Now it's gentrifying into a beautiful area. So, I mean, think about it. You're taking ugly properties, making it beautiful, giving it a great place for people. Is that not helping the economy? Is that not helping the neighborhood? It's enlightening everybody. But, I don't know if you can explain really quickly, Lori, because you're the expert here. How did they only spend 17 out of pocket, but yet the rehab was 80 grand? I mean, new people aren't going to understand that.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's all about using other people's money. You leverage the money of lenders. And some people can't wrap their head around that at first until they see the end product here. The less money you have in that investment, the more your return is going to be with anything that you get. So they're getting $1,500, $1,550 a month, which comes out to their passive income. Once they pay those expenses, the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, they're getting $4,700 a year, and you divide that out of their $17,000 out of pocket. In addition, they've also added value to this property instantly, and that's not even accounting for appreciation, but they've gotten $79,000 of equity capture for only a $17,000 investment. So it's all about using other people's money. As Melissa had said, when she first came in, they're like, I don't know how to do that. I thought I had to come up with a certain amount to buy it, and then I had to put all the rehab on my credit cards or do whatever I needed to do to get that done, and that is absolutely not the case. We'll teach you how to use the proper financing for the type of deal you're trying to achieve.
Now, how many folks out there would like to make 27% return tax-free? Would that not be
I
life-changing?
think we need way more hands up than that, guys. That was weak. Who wants to make
Well,
that?
they're probably making 2% in their 401k.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff, and we've been doing this for, like you said, 17 years, and it's way more exciting now than it was 14 years ago for us,
Definitely.
So you've got 2 other properties currently in your portfolio as well. Now, I saw pictures of those. I guess you're buying up the properties on Misty Meadow.
Yep.
But those were, I don't know how they ended up, but they looked like to be newer houses,
Yeah,
brick.
more cosmetic. Yeah, they
Okay.
definitely didn't need a rehab like this other one.
Yep.
Okay.
Just paint, carpet, make it a little bit newer, nicer, upgrade with some granite.
So remember, they bought 3 houses in the same area, and they get to trade those in for a what? An apartment community,
hotel.
yes, not a hotel.
And that is true too. You guys are investing in multifamily. You've since sold your passives, but you're
Right.
looking for more.
Yep.
So you're doing a combination of the two.
Yeah, you were invested in three apartment communities?
We were in two that got
Just-
sold, and so we're looking for our next ones.
See that? So it's an ongoing. They'll keep growing as people.
And we've sold some single family to do that.
Good.
And here's another thing that we're going to do as your mentors. We're not just available on a one-time thing or as you're buying a property. Anytime you need to look over your portfolio, I see a lot of unused equity capture here that's not making money. And so we would probably encourage them to analyze that. Is it best to pull out some money and keep that goose laying the golden egg for them and go out and buy more properties with the money they pull out? Or would it be best just to go ahead and sell that property and buy 2 or 3 more?
Right.
So we never like to see too much equity capture. It looks nice on paper to say, wow, we got $264,000 there. But
Right.
we want it to be working for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because one of the rules we teach here is you can't get rich slow. You have to be willing to give up what you have for what you become. So even though they're making 15 grand a year, that's great. But they're making 15 grand off 264,000. The rate of return goes down. I'd rather them take that 264, put it in some apartments or buy a bunch more houses and turn that into 500,000. Who likes that idea? And that's what we teach how to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so how has your life changed since joining Lifestyles?
Well, we enjoy life more. We're not quite as busy. We're not going the slow method anymore, and so we've got more time on our hands, which we love to. We love to spend time with our 5 kids, our family, and we love to camp. We love to go travel. We recently purchased a boat, so we enjoy wake surfing. That's our latest thing, and so that's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Starting to live the lifestyle.
There you go.
Yeah. And so what are your short-term goals, say around this year?
Well, definitely we want to purchase a couple more properties, single family this year. Also get into some passive deals. More time with the kids, more camping and more playing, because that's where we make our memories. So we really enjoy that.
Yeah, no time like the present. I mean, why wait for 10 years to do this? Do it now when your kids, you're not going
While
to
you're
get that
still
time
young,
back,
enjoy
right?
it, yep.
Now, you had some long-term goals listed here, and I liked that because you were willing to give back to the community. You thought, wow, that would be pretty neat to be a mentor like myself and Chris have helped with
but I have a
you.
question, Lori. What's a fingle family?
Did I say single family?
A single family.
Oh, it's on there.
It's a niche.
So Lori has an announcement. We have a new fingle family.
I think that was an
hilarious.
assistant I had picking up.
There you go. There you go. Somebody under the bus.
I saw the cat.
I might have wrote it
but
that way.
I saw the cat, but I didn't see Fingal family.
That was my assistant picked out the cat and did the Fingal family.
There you go.
Okay. So we just missed the big announcement I was going to make. So one of Brandon's goals was to become a single family mentor, and with Chris Wyatt leaving to become a life changer within the company, Brandon is going to step up into his place.
Give him a
and we're
hand.
Very thankful to have him.
See, one of the greatest things, it's one thing for us to be financially free. Both Lori and I, we became financially free. The final stage in this, where we go from dependent, independent, interdependent, the final stage is to give back. And there's no bigger honor than helping others. So me and Lori have done that, and now we pass the torch to the younger generation here, and he becomes one of these mentors as well. Well,
How do you know
you're
they're
still
younger
young.
than me?
You're still young, but
In lifestyles.
Yeah, younger in lifestyle. Sorry about that.
So
I can't win.
I'd like to know a little bit, because you've done kind of very minimal rehab, and you've done the down and dirty, as we just saw. Do you also manage your own properties?
So I do. It's not hard. If you try to make it as user-friendly as possible, you can really save yourself some time. So the way that Lifestyles teaches it makes it easy. So I would
So you
recommend
do
it
it
if you feel like you can.
yep.
Is there anything you would like to say? Anything about your background, or?
I mean, on probably I would say weekly basis, a lot of our sphere of people that we talk to and hang out with know what we do, and we probably sit down average like once a week with a couple asking what we do. We send them all lifestyles, we get phone calls. I just lifestylesunlimited.org or com. I can't remember right now. Just check it out, So Brandon, I mean, he has so much knowledge in his brain. He is a really good guy to just sit down with, and he'll just tell you everything he knows. And we do it all the time because we just want everybody to experience what we have experienced, because it truly is freedom. And like, I mean, we'll say it over and over. You can't buy your time back. Like, now is now. So just like get over those fears, those things that are keeping you from moving forward, because now is now. No day is a guarantee.
Yeah, take advantage of the opportunity. Go to that 2-day this weekend. You'll be amazed. Anybody who goes will learn plenty of things that can really increase your real estate, your investments, and your wealth.
You want to take some questions?
Do we have any questions? First of all, do we have any from online, Ember? Nothing online. You guys did a great job of explaining. Yes, sir. Todd.
So you got
Misty Meadow,
hold
Montague.
on. There's hundreds of people online can't hear his question. So repeat the question, please.
His question was, how come we're only buying houses on streets with M's? Well, my name's Melissa. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's our lucky letter. Who knew? I don't know.
I love that technical question.
There you go. Anybody else? Right here.
Okay, a toilet gets clogged in one of your rent houses right now. What happens?
Okay, so
A toilet is clogged in one of our rentals right now. What do? Text the plumber.
Use the other one until the plumber gets there.
Hopefully you're in your 2-bedroom or 2-bathroom.
Remember I told you, well, I don't know if you were here earlier, I sat there and said when the vendors are up here, we want you to do this for yourself, don't do it by yourself. It's a team. Every time you lift a hammer, you lose money. So we have vendors they can reach out to, handymen, plumbers, AC techs, roofers. You just make a phone call. Who likes that? Okay.
Even better, just text them and they'll go take care of it and send you the bill.
Yeah, I just did that before I came up on stage. I had a tenant saying something about the toilet.
Yeah.
Funny, did you know that?
No?
And so I just texted my husband and said, call the plumber, and so that's all we do.
She delegated.
I'm done.
Delegated.
Leo.
The question was how many times do you have to use the ozone machine to get the stink out?
How about it got torn down to the studs and maybe some bleach and that sort of
There you go.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was torn down
Just
to the
leave it.
studs.
Yeah, very deep.
There's
rehab.
$80,000 rehab is a big rehab. Yep.
It is.
You know, what I think was nice that you told me is that the people that you owned or that you bought the house from, the daughter, she comes by to look at the status and how beautiful you've made that home, and I'm sure that does her heart good to see that it's just not a piece of garbage anymore.
Right.
She loves it. She enjoys seeing the progress, and because that was her home, that's her neighborhood. So
Right, really quick, because a lot of the new members don't understand this. They're such a blessing. When we sit there and take an ugly property, we fix it up like a big one like this. Did any of the neighbors come up to you and say, hey, wonderful, or thanks for what you're doing for our neighborhood?
Yeah,
Did you get any of that?
That's a great point. We have gotten that a lot from multiple neighbors. In fact, our friends that told us about the house to begin with live across the street, and so they've been awesome with just kind of giving us some feedback from the neighborhood as well. But the best part is, guess what those neighbors are doing? They're talking to their other neighbors, and it's a little bit of it's a much older community. How old is that house?
it's 1954.
And a lot of the original people
Probably
still
as
live.
old as me.
And a lot of the people still live there, and so they're coming up in age. I don't know the appropriate way to say that. So there's going to be some houses that are going to need to be sold because some of these people that own these homes are going into homes. Is there an appropriate way of saying that? I don't want to offend anybody. Anyway, so we have one neighbor. She's called Brandon multiple times, like, I'm watching out, we're going to find you more houses to work on. So it's all about relationships, and I mean, what a blessing if we can pick up some more of these houses in this neighborhood and help turn this neighborhood around. It's a huge fulfilling aspect of all of this.
Yeah, talk to everybody.
And remember, guys, I just want to make sure you understood, it's lifestylesunlimited.com, not lifestyles.com. That's a totally different organization.
You're not going to like
Lifestyles
what you get.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Awesome. Oh, we have one online? Okay, let's go to the one question online.
Who did you guys use for rehab?
The question was, who did you use the contractor for rehab?
We figured we'd probably get that question. That's a great question. So you remember, we've lived here for 14 years, and we've been doing this for a long time, and we actually have generaled this project on our own.
We have lots of subs.
Lots
Okay.
of subs.
Okay.
And nothing wrong with being the general,
Yep.
because you're still just orchestrating, and you've got your tradespeople working on
Exactly.
their skill set. Yep.
Yeah, and if you come to my seminar this week, I'm going to explain how you do all that stuff. How there's something called scopes of work. There's a lot of details to this. We give you the minutia during the weekend. We give you the overview tonight.
Right. But, you know, if we could give the best advice, especially if you're brand new, don't do that yourselves.
Yeah.
Hire
don't
a
start out that way.
GC. Hire a GC. That is going to be your quickest way,
Awesome.
most
All right.
effective way.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your story with us. Brandon, welcome to the team. We look forward to you imparting your knowledge and helping other people do the same.
Thank you.
So
All right.
we're going to go with multifamily
Yeah.
next.
Thank you so much, guys.
Give them a
Appreciate it.
hand.